The wedding that destroyed my family. I should have known the wedding was a bad idea. From the moment the invitations went out, the tension in my family became unbearable. My older sister Lauren was getting married, and what should have been a happy occasion turned into the most disastrous event in our family's history. By the end of that night, people were screaming, tears were shed, and one person walked away completely disowned. And the worst part? I was the one who caused it. The perfect daughter versus the black sheep. Lauren and I were nothing alike. She was the golden child, the one who got straight A's, the one who went to law school, the one who always made my parents proud. I was the one who never measured up, the rebellious one, the black sheep. I spent my teenage years making mistakes, while Lauren spent hers winning trophies. Our parents made it clear that she was the one they were proud of. So when she announced her wedding, my parents treated it like a royal event. "We want everything to be perfect," my mother gushed. "This will be a wedding to remember." Oh, it was definitely a wedding to remember, just not for the reasons they expected. The secret that should have stayed buried. Everything started going wrong 1 week before the wedding. I had been asked to be Lauren's maid of honor, not because she wanted me to be, but because she thought it would look bad if she didn't include her only sister. One afternoon, while helping her with last-minute wedding plans, I found an old photo album in my parents' attic. It was filled with pictures of my parents when they were younger, smiling, happy, in love. And then, tucked between the pages, I found a letter. It was old, yellowed with time, and addressed to my mother. Curious, I opened it, and what I read changed everything. The truth about Lauren. The letter was from a man named Michael Whitmore, and in it, he confessed his love for my mother. But that wasn't the shocking part. The shocking part was the line that made my blood run cold. "I understand why we can't be together, but I just need you to know Lauren is mine. She always will be. You may have chosen your husband, but that does not change the truth." My hands trembled. Lauren wasn't my father's daughter. She was the result of an affair. The mistake that ruined everything. I should have kept it to myself. I should have left that letter in the album, buried like my mother clearly intended. But instead, I did the one thing I knew I shouldn't do. I confronted my mother. "What the hell is this?" I demanded, shoving the letter in front of her. Her face drained of all color. "Where did you find that?" she whispered. "So it's true?" My voice shook. "Lauren's not dead?" She stared at me for a long time. And then, with tears in her eyes, she simply said, "Please don't tell her." That should have been the end of it. But it wasn't. Because I was so sick of feeling like the disappointment. So sick of watching Lauren be the favorite, knowing now that she wasn't even my father's real daughter. So I made a terrible mistake. I told Lauren. The wedding night disaster. I didn't plan to tell her on her wedding day. It just happened. She was glowing, smiling, getting ready in her bridal suite. And for some reason, I just couldn't hold it in anymore. So I blurted it out. "Mom had an affair. Your real dad isn't Dad." The joy drained from her face. "What?" I told her everything, the letter, the name, the secret our mother had kept for 3 decades. She didn't cry, she didn't scream. She just stared at me like I had destroyed her world. And then she walked straight downstairs, in her wedding dress, in front of 200 guests, and she told our father. The family explosion. The wedding came to a screeching halt. My father lost it. He grabbed my mother's arm, demanding answers. Guests froze, watching in stunned silence. Lauren was in tears, screaming at my mother, "How could you lie to me, to him?" My mother sobbed. I was going to take this secret to my grave. My father's face was unreadable. And then, in a voice I will never forget, he said, "You have humiliated me for the last time. We are done." And then he left. My mother collapsed into a chair, sobbing. Lauren stormed away, her wedding ruined. The guests didn't know what to do. Some whispered, some awkwardly tried to continue eating. But the wedding was over. And me? I just stood there. I had won, hadn't I? I had finally taken something from Lauren. But as I watched my father walk out of our lives, my mother sobbed uncontrollably, and my sister's world fall apart, I realized that I had not won anything. I had just destroyed my family. The silence that followed. After that night, everything fell apart. My father left and never looked back. He moved to a small apartment in another city, ignoring my mother's calls, refusing to even say her name. My mother fell into a depression. She rarely left the house, rarely ate. And Lauren? She hated me. She blocked my number, ignored my emails, even told mutual friends that she didn't have a sister anymore. I thought I'd feel vindicated. Instead, I felt like a monster. My father's truth. Then one day I got a message from my father. "Dad, meet me at Whitmore Cafe, 3 p.m. We need to talk." Whitmore. as in Michael Whitmore, Lauren's real father. My stomach dropped. But I went. The unexpected meeting. When I walked into the cafe, my father was already there, and sitting next to him was Michael Whitmore, Lauren's real dad, the man from the letter, the shocking confession. Michael, a man in his 60s with silver hair and tired eyes, sighed and spoke first. I never knew she existed, he said. Your mother never told me about Lauren, not until last year. I blinked. Wait, last year? He nodded. She wrote me a letter, said she needed to confess now that we were all older, but by then it was too late. My father, silent until now, finally spoke. She was never going to tell me. His voice was low, bitter. I wasted 30 years raising a child that wasn't mine. Michael looked at me. I don't want to replace your father, he said, but I do want to know my daughter. I hesitated. If I told Lauren, maybe she'd forgive me. I took out my phone, hovering over her contact. Would she even pick up? I took a deep breath, and then I dialed.